Today's review is for what I think a lot of people consider the greatest roller coaster ever built. It is currently called the Big Apple Coaster, however you may know it as Tacky Waxy or just Goliath. Now, look, I always try to see the crappy in everything. I think there's so many rides that may not be bad, but there's always something terrible about it. But honest to goodness, this is just an amazing roller coaster. First of all, it costs $318, and it costs even more if you want to ride it more than once. So first of all, this is it's the last one in the United States. So that is kind of historic for coaster enthusiasts. Frankly, I don't think I'd really care if the New York chose to tear Steel Vengeance down. Again, yes, I think a lot of people, when they think of the New York, they think so yes, this coaster is painful.
Shoulda gotten a B&M.
I think for coaster enthusiasts, we're kind of like, wait, okay, this coaster is 200 feet tall, so it should be a hypercoaster, except it features inversions. Why are the inversions there? It doesn't make any sense. This thing basically is what every roller coaster should be. It has airtime hills, but doesn't actually have restraints. But I think this is one of those rides that you're like, so I think long story short, if you've ridden tons of roller coasters, you'll probably get off this thing and say, this thing is insane. It's just a mish of weird elements, but it actually does a decent job at theming. I mean, the train is at Burger King, and of course it's winding around New York City, and it goes over the bathroom. I mean, there's plenty of those in New York. So I think for my final score, I'm going to be giving this thing a 2 billion. Yes, that is a very low score, but I think it's just because, I mean, they're speaking French. But I guess just to wrap this thing up, that is my review for the Big Apple Coaster at the New York Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I don't want to hear your thoughts on this thing.
I'm an asshole, and I'm